I'm Leah.
Hi, I'm Linda.
We're the My Sewing Room Elves today. We're in, day 10 of 12 Days of Decorations.
Yes.
So, Linda, what are we doing today?
Today is all about ribbons.
Ribbons are fun.
Yeah, so some of our samples that we have here, hold these up. Tree ribbons. So that's one.
So that would be doable for your kids.
Yes, totally. Here's one I did with black ribbon. And then, of course, I did a ribbon tree. That's really easy for the little ones to do. And I just used leftover ribbon that we had in the store.
There's no such thing as leftover ribbon. There's just ribbon that hasn't found a project yet.
And this is the project for it. So this was actually really fun with the glue gun. The instructions will be in today's zip file. And then what is Miss Leah doing?
I'm making wire edged ribbon.
Wire edge ribbon. I did not know you could do this on a serger.
It's just fabric strips. That's cut. But wire edged ribbon, you'll probably have seen it on a parcel at some point, a gift wrapped in it, a gift bag, a gift box. Bendable. It's a serger thing. Bet you didn't know that.
No, I did not know that till yesterday. So I actually had to Google it because I thought you were pulling my leg.
No, I'm using my serger and doing a rolled hem over some
26 gauge
wire. The magic of this is it's a regular rolled hem, which I showed in videos a couple weeks ago. I'm going to keep going from where I am to the end, and then I'll show you how to set up for this. Wire edge ribbon is a riot to make. So you might have seen me right at the beginning of the video if you tuned in at the very start. I did have a small problem where I'm using embroidery thread on my left needle thread as well as my lower looper. In my upper looper, I have Maxi Lock stretch thread. So Maxi Lock stretch, this is a polyester, this is a nylon. Woolly poly, woolly nylon. It's fun thread to work with because when it's under tension, it's nice and flat. And when it's not under tension, like in a finished seam, it gets puffy and covers the edge much better than a regular thread. So there's a few other options. We also have the woolly poly from Wonderfill called Soft Lock and Seriflock. So these all behave the same way. The Wonderfill has a really broad color selection.
Huge color selection.
So wire edge ribbon with some woolly poly in that upper looper. But I'll finish serging this and then we'll show you how to set up for it. Because it's already ready to go to the end of my thing here.
So you're using fabric as opposed to ribbon?
Yes, because maybe you couldn't find ribbon in the color you wanted for your house. Like obnoxious orange or hot pink. Which I totally need.
Yes, I know you totally need.
So right now, the wire is going through the cording guide on the presser foot. Each serger has a different cording guide system. You'll have to check a little bit on your manual to see how that works on your machine. But it's going under the foot and landing. The wire needs to land on the right side of the needle, so it will be between where the stitch finger would be and your needle.
Yes.
And the stitch is forming over it. It's not something where you want to go super fast. You just need to be careful. And this wire's got a little tiny bit of a kink in it, so it's going smooth for about 2 inches and then getting caught a little bit. So wires that hasn't been folded is easier to work with. The other thing I've done is I've turned the cutter off on my serger right now, so I'm not trimming the edges as I go because your serger knives will be very unhappy if they cut through wire. It's kind of like cutting through a pin, and then you'll need to replace your knives. And you're doing a rolled hem, so it will be covered anyway. Some great big wire cutters, and let's start and do the other side of this. Just going to show you guys where this is going on this foot. So we get your foot off your brother serger. lift the foot. You can release the foot. This is a little bit easier to do the first time you're doing it with the foot off. So we're set up for a rolled hem, which means we have our left needle in and we're using our 2 loopers. And then what we're looking for on our foot is where the cording guide is. So on the brother sergers, there's a hole in the front of the foot that the wire is going to go down underneath. Hole in the top of the foot, wire is going to go underneath. And where it's coming underneath the foot is between the right hand side of the foot and where the needle goes down in the first gap. So that's roughly where it's going to be guiding. And the brother foot also has a spot for that cording to come out on the groove. A groove on the back. Cool. So easier to get this on there going through the foot right, with it not in your machine. And then you have to hold your tongue just right to get your foot back on. And before you do anything at this point, you'll want to make sure that your stitch is being formed properly over the edge of your wire. So you're going to use your hand wheel. Don't push on the gas until you know your wire is where you need it. And it should be it needs to be on the right hand side of your needle. It's no fun to pick tangles out of your serger, so make sure that it's all moving. Your wire's coming along as well. And I like leaving a tail that I can hang onto out the back of the foot. And that clunk is the wire shifting out of where it should be. It's not straight. The little lumpies in the wire are more challenging to work with, but not impossible.
Usually the wire comes on the spool so you don't get these lumps.
Yeah. So once you've set up and you know you're going smooth, you have enough of a tail out there that you're confident your thread tail's not going to curl back on itself towards you, then you can add your fabric in again. Tie a little knot in the end of that so it doesn't run away on me. And again, when you get started with your fabric, on this particular machine, your cutting line is lined up with the edge with this guide on the stitch plate. So that's where you want the edge of your fabric, because that's where it would be cut if you had your cutter in there. So again, just hand wheel until you know that you're going through your fabric and it's coming out the other side. This is a how to prevent things from going horribly wrong when you're doing this. It takes a little bit of time to get going, but once you're up and running, it's fine. I'm confident that that's working. Give myself some wire. And just slow and gentle and you'll be okay. Side 2 is going way better than side 1, despite it being noisy. So close to done the second side. Some extra. Trim some threads.
There's so many things you can do with the serger. I've always used my sergers to finish the seams.
There's so much more.
I know.
There's so much more.
There you go. Now you can have a ringlet on the side of your head.
Totally. I could totally have a ringlet.
Yeah.
Serger ribbon, or wire edged ribbon on the serger, takes a little bit of practice. But once you get it down, it's lovely. Absolutely lovely.
And would you use this gauge of wire, or would you go something thinner?
I guess it would depend how thick you want it. This is sturdy enough that it will hold up to
Multiple.
It'll handle being pressed, like shaped into a bow and hung on your door, or bundled on top of a gift, or strung through your Christmas tree.
That is so cool. I know buying this stuff is expensive as all get out, assuming you can even find it.
Yeah, and you're definitely not going to find the color you want unless you're looking for like white.
Yeah.
Or like the burgundy red, like the burgundy Christmas red.
Yes.
That's often available. It's so much fun. My other secret trick, the woolly poly thread, because it's very woolly when it's not under tension, is really awful to thread if you don't handle it properly. So my secret weapon are gentle threaders. They fit through the eye of your loopers or under your crowns.
Yeah.
Or your braces or your bridge. They fit through the eyes of loopers. So this is the secret trick to getting the woolly threads threaded through your serger. Or even if your fingers just aren't great with tweezers. So show better not on blue, but that's okay. So you can just loop the thread through there, and then you're poking the stiff plastic thing through, not the soft floppy thread. And that'll poke through the eye of the looper. It's great. These are inexpensive.
Yes.
We don't sell them here.
No,
but you'll be able to find them at the grocery store.
Or when you get your dental cleaning, ask for extras.
Yes. So, and I would keep them in the package because the moment they jump to the floor, they're gone forever. Like lots of the other small things that disappear. And you only need one of those in your upper looper to do the rolled hem.
That is so cool.
And you don't need it in the rolled hem, but it covers the edge cleaner. So that's my recommendation if you're spending the time to make your wire edge ribbon. So thank you for joining us on day 10.
Okay, well, that's day 10 over.
I'm gonna make myself a hat with big ribbon on it.
I'm not sure I'd make you a hat.
I already have a hat. That's silly, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
okay, well,
thanks for joining us. Be safe.
Be kind.
Be calm, and we will see you guys tomorrow for day 11. See you.
Bye.